My name is Lydia Sims, and I'm with Sims Commercial Realtors Auctioneers. My dad founded the company over 40 years ago, and we sell residential, commercial, we do land development and auctions, so we can sell any asset in any way that you can think of.
My name is Stephan Aleman. I've been with Sims Commercial now for nearly 12 years. I've known Larry Sims for almost 20 years. I've been an auctioneer for almost 20 years, and there really are not that many auctioneers in the state. We all know each other. We all see each other a couple of times a year at the conventions and the classes that we have to go to. And of course, we all go around to each other's auction events and things like that. So it's a very, very supportive group. So I've known Larry a very long time. And in the time that I've been working with him, I really have learned a lot from him. I hope I've taught him a little as well. We're definitely of different generations, but he has been a wealth of knowledge about the real estate business, about the auction business, and just how to work with clients and serve their needs.
Larry Sims, my father, he went to MTSU and got 2 degrees in business and furniture making. And then I think why he chose Murfreesboro was probably there's a guy named Jim Stevens, and that was like my dad's mentor. And during college, while he was learning about real estate and especially antiques, this guy Jim took him under his wing, and they had the way that he talks about him is almost like a father figure. They created a very strong, definitely mentor, but this friendship family almost. And I think that was a big standing piece of why that dad decided to stay here and start a family here, was because he was able to see a future and success by being under Jim Stevens' wing. My whole life is 1 mile radius of the square. So Dad's been on the square. He bought this in 1999, but before then he was in the liquid smoke building. So again, my whole life has been here, growing up in the office, and then I grew up on East Main Street, and then I also went to MTSU. So I literally could walk less than a mile for anywhere I needed to. Our grocery store was Junior Foods.
Something that has been very important to me working with Larry all of these years is how he feels about Murfreesboro, how he feels about the community here. He definitely feels very strongly about wanting to give something back to the community. And so it's not just that we're a business here on the square in Murfreesboro. It's very much a part, we want to be a part of the community. And you can see that not only in how we serve our clients, but also in how we participate in the different events that go on downtown. We've been a sponsor for many years for the Uncle Dave Macon Days, the music festival that happens every year. When the kids come around for Halloween trick-or-treating, Sims Commercial is out there making sure everybody's got enough candy to get their sugar rush. Wine on the Square is a big event that happens here downtown, and we've been a part of that for many years. So again, it's not just that we want to be a business in Murfreesboro, but we really want to be a part of the Murfreesboro community.
How Sims Commercial became Sims Commercial. My dad started off building Antique 1 and 2, and he started the antique business and did that for a few years, and then ended up doing real estate. He had me during this process of learning into just the real estate and investment side of things, and then heavily doing a lot of the commercial side, and then went into auctions, realized that there's like a big niche in auctions for him, and then like lastly in his career, he did a lot of land development. But a lot of Murfreesboro, some of these like pods of the area, as I've grown up in my role in the business, taking over taking over the business and following his footsteps, I found out that Dad really was a big part of developing Murfreesboro. I keep like finding random plats, and then I'll like look down and I'll see my dad's signature, and it's just cool to see his footprint in the city. On my side, I, again, born and raised here, went to Siegel High School, and then went to MTSU. I did study abroad in Shanghai, China for a little bit, and Florence, Italy. But I got my degree at MTSU as a fine arts student. And then when I graduated, Dad immediately was like, "You're going to be managing these properties, good luck." And that was like a huge learning curve, and I'm glad he did it, because property management is no joke. And so in 2020, that started in 2020. So it just kind of like, he kept packing on more managing things, and then especially commercial properties, and adding those in there. And then I kind of put my foot down and was like, this is not what I want to do. I want to do what you do. And so there was a slow transition in buying and selling, and learning how to do the auction side of things. Yes, I wake up every day inspiring to be like my dad, but even before that, I want to honor the Lord. So in everything that I do, when it comes to my business deals, or how I treat my clients, or any decision that I make, I always try to integrate the Lord in that. And that's really like where my core is.
I think I've really enjoyed working with Larry over the years. I think we've had a good professional working relationship together because we've been able to learn from each other. He's had years of experience, decades of experience before I started working with him, and I've learned from that every day that I've worked with him. I think that he was very open to new ideas, new technology, new ways of doing things that really helped us to work well together. And now, of course, with Lydia, it's a very similar situation. Obviously, I've been in the business longer than she has. I hope that there's a lot that I have to teach her, but I certainly try to learn from her as much as I can every day, because she is her own person, and she's bringing new eyes to the business. And so hopefully we're learning from each other as we continue to serve our clients.